Hey Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. We are here in the launch pad with Bearing, Sidram and Handler, and I'm especially happy that Sidram is on board and is in the command seat, because Sidram is with me since the very beginning of the career mode, and he was already walking on Minmus and he was already walking on the surface of Dunar, so he's a really experienced Kerbonaut, and I'm happy that he's now in the command seat. And I'm also happy that I'm able to use for the very first time the new launch parts and the new rocket parts, and I'm also now using for the very first time the advanced grabbing unit, because I want to practice a little bit the possibility to grab something in space and to practice Asteroid Redirect Mission by deorbiting some space debris, and this is what we want to do right now, and Sidram is really happy about this, and Handler is also happy. And this is pretty amazing. So let's enable SAS, let's throttle up a bit, and then we will do the launch in 3, 2, 1, and lift off. Okay, here we go. And you can see I'm only using as a core booster the new or the most powerful engine. And yeah, this is good enough to lift us into space. And I don't need any additional solid rocket boosters or some additional liquid fuel boosters. The main engine is still good enough to bring us into space, and this is pretty impressive. This is really impressive. And yeah, so let's enjoy the ride up into space. And up there we will have to figure out how we can have a rendezvous with our space debris, because the space debris is from one of our very early Moon missions, and so it was produced as we did our burn up to the Moon, and during the burn we had to ditch the space debris, and so it is a little bit on a wonky orbit. It's halfway up to the Moon, but not far enough up to the Moon, so it's still orbiting around Kerbin, and so we have to adjust a little bit to this wonky orbit. And I think the best way is that we are now launching into a normal orbit, a normal circular orbit in about 100 kilometers of altitude, because this was also the time or the altitude where where we did the launch of our Moon mission and where the periapsis of the space debris is. And once we are reaching the periapsis of the space debris, we will do our burn and raise our apoapsis to about the same position as the apoapsis of the space debris, or maybe we have to do something different. At first we need to check out where we are and where the space debris is, and then we can later on adjust and figure out what we need to do to have a rendezvous with the space debris so that we can grab this. Okay, so everything's looking nice, and I have also added between the advanced grabbing unit and our command pod the decoupler, so I can at first let me ditch this stage, and now let me enable the other stage, so we can decouple the space debris so that we are not in danger that we get hurt by it. And so we can deorbit it very nicely, hopefully, and then we can return ourselves back to Kerbin and have hopefully a gently splashdown so that our 3 Kerbin heroes survive this ride and can prove that it's possible to capture something in space and to redirect its trajectory. And this is our main goal right now. So let's aim for space. And yeah, everything is working pretty nicely. Everything is working pretty well with the new rocket parts. I'm pretty impressed by them, how powerful they are. And let's do a little bit more of a gravity turn. And now let's turn even more over to about 20 degrees on the nav ball. Let's have a look. What are we doing outside on the orbital map? We have currently a Kerbin apoapsis of 62 kilometers, and we are raising it very fast and very nicely. This is good. Oh, and then I need at some point to adjust a little bit the trajectory of my driving section V2. Don't overshoot. 100 is good enough. Okay, so in about 3 minutes we will reach our apoapsis. This is very nice, and our Kerbonauts are happy right now, or well, oh yes, Sidram is happy. This is good. This is good that Sidram is happy. As long he is happy, we are all happy. And let's do a little bit time warp until we reach space so that we can do a little bit more time warp. Okay, we are in space. Now we can do a little bit more time warp, and let's come to a stop here. Now we need to insert ourselves into our orbit. So let's aim prograde, like here. And let's have a look over the orbital map so that we can ditch our booster stage before it will insert itself into our orbit and won't return without our help. And right here, because I have not added any robotic units to it, so let's deorbit this, or let's say goodbye to it, and let's throttle up with the other engine. And no, we don't want to raise this too much, so we need to wait a little bit more of a time, about 4 minutes, to this position up here to raise our periapsis completely. And in the meantime we can deploy our solar panels like this. And we don't need the light right now, and we can check out the debris of the Moon Explorer. Set as target. So it's going straight up, and what are we doing? We are a little bit off by it. So at first we need then to adjust our trajectory. We can do this after we have done our burn. And then we need to check out what is happening when we do a complete orbit and how we can rendezvous with it, because right now it's leaving, or it's drifting away from Kerbal, and it will be out for about 3 hours, then it will be at the Kerbal apoapsis, so I'm not quite sure. We need to figure out where we can do the rendezvous, but at first we need to make sure that we remain in orbit. So let me just do a quick time warp, so we are getting closer to our current apoapsis, like here. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's raise our periapsis. Let's raise it and stop right now. Very good. So now we need to make sure that we are on the same orbital plane. So let me just adjust a little bit our trajectory and our orbit. 0.1, 0.1. Okay, like this. So we have another burn coming up in 7 minutes. So let us do a quick time warp until we reach there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, where is the maneuver node? I think it's on the opposite side of the nav ball. Yes, there it is. Very good. Very good. Okay, so let's do the correction burn. And stop. Very good, very good. Okay, we are now well aligned with it. And here we currently don't have any intersections, so what will happen if we are doing a maneuver node here? And what do we need to do? Okay, this doesn't help us at all. What if we... the periapsis, Kerbal periapsis, we add here a maneuver and increase a little bit our orbit? Will we then have at some point a possible rendezvous? Maybe right now, right here. This could be good. So very complex. Okay, I need to be a little bit slower. No, I need to be a little bit faster. Okay, like this. 4 kilometers. This would be interesting. if we do here a burn, well, it's a quite high burn, but on the other hand, we need to do at some point such a high burn, because even if we wait here in our normal 100-kilometer orbit, and we have the rendezvous right exact at this position, we need to match our speed, and in this case we need to increase our speed, so we have to do such a high burn to match our speed. So it would be quite good if we do it right away, and then we have already a separation of only 4 kilometers. This would be amazing. So let us, and then we have the intersect in about 5 hours. This would be great. Okay, let me search for the maneuver node. Come on, turn back, turn back, turn back. Okay, and now it's up for us to do a 15-minute time warp. And we are on the nighttime side. Hopefully we can do the burn on the daylight side. This would be amazing. Yeah, we can. Very good. Let's slow down a bit and come to a stop right now. And let's do the burn right now. Let's throttle full up. Okay, we are doing the burn. Let's see Sidrim spot. This is the view of Sidrim. Unfortunately, Sidrim has no window. Really sad for him. And the other ones, they have some windows, so they can really see what is happening. Oh, they can see even a little bit of the atmosphere of Kerbal. And the last one, he can't see anything. But this is very interesting. And yeah, Sidrim has only his control surfaces and his interface, but he has no window. Poor guy, poor Sidrim. But on the other hand, he is in the position of the commander, so this is still a great achievement for him. I'm proud of Sidrim. I'm very proud of you, Sidrim, that you have reached so far and that you can do these things, and that you are now a commander of your crew. And I think, weren't you already the commander of the Duna mission? I guess so, that you were something like this. I think you were also the commander of the Duna constellation. Okay, so we finished the burn, and we are... what are we? We are a little bit too fast, so I think we need to increase our speed, right? Yeah. We just need to increase our speed by a tiny little degree. So in this case, we can just enable RCS, and let's do this. And we have switch off RCS, a separation of about 1 kilometer. And it's going even more down. This is strange. I'm even not doing anything and that's going more down. This is interesting. So we have a very close intersection. This is pretty amazing. So let me just add here a maneuver node so that we can, or that we're hopefully not overshooting. And let's do a quick save. Let's do a quick save, and then I'm pretty much excited because I have no idea what the space debris is and how the space debris is looking like. And here, this is completely new, and we are coming directly across the Kerbal Space Center, because down there is our launch pad, and up on this island is the second runway, and there is Kerbal Space Center. So this is really amazing that we are having our flyby directly as we are finished our preparations and as we have set up our trajectory so that we can have a rendezvous. And now it's time to do a little bit of a time warp so that we can have the rendezvous. Goodbye, Kerbal. We are now drifting very far away from you, but we will fall back to you very shortly, and then we need to make sure that we stop the time warp before we cause any trouble. And I think I should slow down a bit, or maybe I can speed up just a tiny bit. Okay, now I should slow down. And we are pretty much at the same speed already as the target. This is pretty amazing. 9 minutes, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2... Let's come to a stop. There is... oh, are we already past it? This would be not good. Have we already missed our intersection? No, we haven't. Okay, are we getting still closer? A little bit a change of it in the... Okay, we need to... what do we need to? At first I think we need to stop a little bit, because we are flying directly parallel to it. So let me just do a tiny burn. And of course this is happening on the dark side, on the nighttime side of Kerbal, as usual. Okay, and now let's fly towards it. Let's start flying towards it, and like this. We are 5 kilometers out, so we can accelerate even by a significant degree, like about 30 meters per second or so. So what have we done? We have 400 meter separation in 2.5 minutes. This is great, this is great. So let us do another time warp to get closer to it. Okay, we are only 1.3 kilometers away. And let's prepare our arrival or our rendezvous. We need to slow down a bit our approach. Okay, let's slow it down to maybe 10 meters per second and stop. Okay, we are only 700 meters away from it. And then I'm pretty excited what we can see there, what it is. So, only 600 meters away. Our 3 Kerbonauts are looking forward to this. They are pretty amazed by our project and our mission. To practice something, to practice the capture of an object. And later on, because we need the knowledge and we need the practice, if we have finally the asteroid coming up. And this is what I want to do at the end of today's episode, because I want to choose an asteroid I want to rendezvous with. So we need to then go into the Mission Control Center, yes, the Mission Control Center, and there we can select an asteroid and track it, and once we track it we see its trajectory, and so we can decide when it will arrive at Kerbal's sphere of influence and how we can intersect with it, and so we will decide about our upcoming target and our upcoming mission. And we are right now only 200 meters away from it, and we are closing in, so, and I think it's just it's a booster, of course. So, but it's hard to estimate how big the thing is, although we are only 150 meters away. It's pretty hard to see, and it's the Moon Explorer V2 debris. Okay, so 130 meters, 120 meters. Getting closer, getting closer. And what can we do? Can we can't really target some part of it, okay. So it's it's 2 tiny fuel tanks and a rocket engine. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, let's come to a stop. Let's measure our speed. Let's kill all of our relative velocity. Like, oh, this was too much. So let me just slow down a bit. Okay, very good, very good. And now comes the moment of truth. We need to arm. I think we need to arm. Oh, we have now the grappling hooks. Interesting, very interesting. And now we need to somehow float towards it. I'm excited. How will this work out? I'm really excited to see how the thing will work out. So let me just fly a little bit towards it, so that I can hopefully grab it right in the middle. This would be interesting. Let's switch over to the docking interface. And we are doing it at our closest flyby around Kerbal. Oh, I can enable my lights, so hopefully I can shine some light on it when we are doing our rendezvous, or when we capture it. Okay, now let's slow down again, kill again all of our relative velocity, And let's turn towards it. Yes, now we are shining at it. This is good. So it will... Oh, you are aiming at the top, I guess. So maybe like here. And let's fly towards it. Maybe we need to get a little bit deeper. Okay, we are only 20 meters away from it. I hope we can then grab this. Let's slow down again. I'm not quite sure. I think we are aiming not directly on towards it. So maybe like this. Okay, let's speed up again. Let's fly closer a bit. And then we need to turn a bit maybe in this direction. I'm doing this for the very first time, so I'm pretty much excited about this. Okay, let's drift even more towards it. Slow down a bit. Okay. Only a few meters away from it. Maybe I need to turn down a bit even more to get very well aligned with it. And slowly, slowly. So we are approaching it, and can we grab it then? And... Oh no 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 no. We're flying past it. Okay, let's come to a stop again, and we need to... What do we need? We need to turn it a little bit this way, I guess. This is looking good. Is it much better if I do it from the inside view? No, this doesn't help me at all. So let's try this again. Let's fly closer to it. Can we this time grab it? And looking good, and have we grabbed it? Target speed is going up. Why is the target speed going up? So let me see what happens if I pull back a bit. Okay, and if I disable this, and if I... Ha! We have captured this! We have captured this! This is amazing. Okay, we captured the space debris, and now can we check? Yes, we can check, and there's no fuel left. There's no fuel left, okay. But I think we could get some fuel out of it if there would be fuel in. But the velocity thing is going crazy. Okay, we have captured space debris. We have really captured space debris. This is amazing. This is really amazing. Okay, let's celebrate this with a quick save. And Sidram, yeah, Sidram, it's up to you. Sidram, switch on your lights, enable your jetpack, and investigate this. This is amazing. We have captured the space debris, and Sidram is now investigating this. This is really cool. This is amazing. The captured space debris, okay. Good job, good job. Okay. But I don't think we can get any signs out of it, like captured space debris or analysis of space debris. No, we can't. And I think EVA report, yeah, while in space high over Kerbal doesn't help us at all. So reset experiment, this doesn't help us at all. So yeah, Sidram can investigate how we have captured the space debris. This is really amazing. This is great. Okay, this is cool. This is really fun. Okay, but unfortunately, as I said, we can't do any science out of it. But it was a good practice to learn how to capture something with the advanced grabbing unit. Yes, so it's called. So okay, Sidram, let's bring you back in. Okay, we have the space debris, and let's shut down the engine so that we are not causing any problem. And what is this? Oh, this is this tile, this part here on top, okay. So, I like to go out now to our apoapsis, I think. Will I go out there, or will I reduce a little bit my... What would happen if I do here a burn? No, I will fly out to my apoapsis to save some fuel. Well, I have more than enough fuel. But I will do it in this way. So let us now speed up in time, so that we are getting out to our apoapsis. And okay, here we are. So let's get rid of this. Now what I like to do is turn the whole thing retrograde, like here. Very good. Now comes the... I hope this will work out well when I'm doing a burn, because now I will reduce my periapsis. This is pretty easy and pretty efficient if I'm doing this at the apoapsis, so I don't need much fuel for this. And I will reduce the periapsis so that we are colliding with Kerbal, like here. Are we now colliding with Kerbal? I think we are. Okay, we are now definitely colliding with Kerbal. Very good. So now, yeah, as I said, I could return the advanced grabbing unit, but I don't think so that I will need this. So I say now decouple. Now this thing is on a collision course or on a return course with Kerbal, so it will be deorbited, our space debris, and we now do turn a little bit away from our space debris, enable RCS to fly a bit away from it so that we are not hitting it with our rocket engine. And this thing is my space debris. Let's enable... oh no, it should be enabled. It's now the Redirector 100 debris, okay. And now let's turn prograde again. And now we can raise again our periapsis. And I will raise it to about 28, so that I will return, and I will be still able to adjust a little bit once we are getting closer to Kerbal, so that I have a splashdown. Okay, this was amazing, So where's my space debris? It's over there, it's floating away from us already. And we can now do another time warp after we have separated from our space debris and have changed a little bit its trajectory so that it will fall back down to Kerbal and get disintegrated there. And now it's time for us to return to Kerbal as well. Will we return in the night side? We will, and this is interesting. We are coming directly over... I'm still doing time warp, yes. Okay, and we are directly coming down over Kerbal Space Center, so let me just... 29. Let me reduce this maybe to 25. So maybe we can land very close to the Space Center. This would be interesting. This would be really interesting. Now we can switch off the lights and do another time warp. And we are in the... Somehow our indication, our altitude indication is gone and isn't working anymore because it's stuck. And we are already returning, but the altitude indication is a little bit stuck. So I think there might be a problem or an issue with the advanced grabbing unit and our altitude. So this is pretty hard to estimate now. This is now problematic because I don't know how high I am. But let me now just retract our solar panels, and then we will decouple from our spacecraft or our engine, hopefully. Yes, we are now decoupled, very good. So, because now we want to return back to Kerbal, and we have now our re-entry effects. So I don't think that we can make it to the... We are still in orbit mode, service mode. It's somehow the whole interface is screwed up because I have even no indication of my velocity. I have no indication of my altitude. Even the clock isn't running. The clock is also stuck, so this is pretty strange. Okay, we are flying blind. We have no indication at all. Here, this is precarious because I now can only... Oh, hopefully... this is good. We have the indication inside the indications inside the capsule are working, so we need to control it from inside the capsule to pop the parachute at the right altitude and at the right velocity, because our outside indications are pretty much screwed up. They are not working at all. So we need to fly blind a bit. So can you see, do you see something? You see the ocean underneath you. This is good. Okay, so let me see with you. We are high enough. We are losing good air speed. This is good. Okay. This is bad. This is really bad that there is somehow an issue and that our indications aren't working anymore. So let me check this again. We are at about 12 kilometers of altitude. Very good. We are losing speed as planned. This is also good. Good that we have some backup systems which will help us to control our spacecraft, because all the other things here are dead and they remain dead, and we have no indication at all. So let me just go back in here to follow this, and I want to pop my parachutes again below 5 kilometers. So I think we are now... Let's pop the chutes. Let's disable SAS. We have here a radar altitude indication. Do we see some of our parachutes? No, we don't see anything out of the window. So let's have a look outside. Okay, everything is okay. Let's check it inside. Okay, now the parachutes are popped and we can see the parachutes out of the window. And there is still... Oh, we have the orbit velocity indication. So now we even have no indication for our velocity here, but we have our indication for the altitude. This is good. At least we have one indication to see what is going on. This is really, really precarious. We only have the orbit indication. Okay. But I think everything is okay. Everything is working well. We are only 150 meters above surface, or above the sea level. This could be true. Let's follow it from this point of view. I know normally I do a time warp and I speed things up, but in this case it's a little bit precarious and I want to make sure that everything is working well, and we should have right our splashdown and splashdown. Okay, okay. We are back. We are returned. We have finished our space debris redirect mission. Very good. Unfortunately, we haven't made it until the Kerbal Space Center, but still very close, very close. This is great. This is really great. So let me do a quick save, and then, oh, at least the recover vessel button is hopefully working. It was. Very good. Okay. Recovery of a vessel returned from Kerbal orbit. Yes, of course. No signs at all. Let's check out have we done a good job? Because if I now enable the debris, then we have our, okay, our launch pad debris, and we have the... we should have some debris around the Moon. Moon base landed, no. Let me see this. We have... fuel supply. We have the redirector debris. Here, next gen rocket V1 debris orbiting the Moon. It's over here. It's orbiting around the Moon at an altitude of a Moon apoapsis of 143 kilometers at a periapsis of 17 kilometers. Okay. And then we have one additional Moon Explorer V1 debris orbiting the Sun. This thing is orbiting outside here. I'm not sure if we are ever able to recover this, but this is all of our debris. So let me science station. So the debris around Kerbal is solved. We did an amazing job. We did a great job. We finished our goals and what we wanted to achieve. Very nice. So let me switch off the debris, and now it's time to select an asteroid. So we have so many asteroids. We need to track object. It has no Kerbal encounter at all. Okay. Let's track this object. It has a Kerbal encounter in 11 days. This is amazing. It's asteroid class C. Okay. Let's check this one out. Track object. It has a Kerbal encounter in 28 days, so a little bit later. Now let's track this one in 28 days. Okay. This one in never. This one in 31 days, and this one in never. Okay. So we have, where is our target? This target. Asteroid GW, we can kill this. This is interesting. Stop tracking. Okay, I want to have this asteroid, the GWD 694. It's a size class C asteroid, discovered 4 days and 5 hours ago. Class C objects are about average sized, around the 7 to 10 meter range in radius. These are certainly not the largest objects out there. They are fairly massive nonetheless. Okay, so much about these informations. And the other things, we won't track them anymore, so stop tracking. If you stop tracking this object, you may not be able to find it again. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. I only want to keep the one asteroid, so let me stop all the other ones. Stop tracking these asteroids. Stop tracking. This is our target coming up in 11 days and 21 hours. So this is what we want to do, or this is what we want to capture. So we have 11 days to prepare. So let's stop also tracking this one and stop tracking the last one. And we have our target, the asteroid GWD 694. And yeah, we will prepare this, we will prepare the approach. Can we see somehow its trajectory through Kerbal? No, I don't think so. But it will have a Kerbal encounter. So this is good enough. And yeah, but this will happen in the next episode, so, or not, maybe not in the next episode, but in an upcoming episode that we will prepare it, our mission to capture this asteroid. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked our space debris problem solving mission. And I hope you will be joining me in the next episode when we continue with our space program. Until then, my name is Sebi. See you!